Hello, welcome to Movie Musters. Spoilers for Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3 Episode 4. Will Diana snitch on Monet? For that is what the land of opportunity is, after all. Now what is the problem? The problem is that they're about to travel through an area carrying weapons that Ghost and Tommy were never even seen entering. Comparing moving weight to moving weapons is like comparing apples to oranges. We now know something novel about Mecha for the first time. He wasn't just someone who moved drugs around. Mecha also provided Obai and Noma with transportation for their weaponry. Obai will also anticipate the same behavior from Drew, who has joined this most recent meeting. Tariq, Brayden, Effie, and Kane. Thus, how do they smuggle weapons? So you cannot pour that under coffee cups on Wall Street or move it at Stansfield. Blanco Rodriguez would also be seen recording the gun deal. Yet, who offered her this tip? What on earth is Diana doing as Detective Whitman continues to pursue Monet? Is she really going to tell Detective Whitman about her mother Monet? I believe there is something to keep in mind. These episode trailers are frequently mishandled by Power. Thus, I'm going to examine the two perspectives. How and why would Diana be spreading information? And how is Salim's influence growing? In Season 3 of Power Book 2 Ghost, she might be acting as Detective Whitman to defend her family. Move the guns, Tariq and crew will have to. Yet just as the crew settles into their selling rhythm and begins to build a foundation in the streets with the Ivy Leagues and Wall Street, Obai will surprise them with a shocking revelation. Tariq and the rest of the crew had to shift weaponry because Mecha also used to transport weapons. But they're made to transfer drugs and knock firearms, he explains in the Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3 Episode 4 trailer. Also, I disagreed with Tariq's assertion in Episode 3 that Tasha was the mastermind behind everything. That said, I do concur with this. The rest of the crew, including Tariq, is designed to move firearms. Hence, much more strategic planning will be needed, but that's not necessarily an issue. They said in Episode 1 that they could take the position of Mecha as expected by Noma and Obai, whether it be by the use of narcotics or weapons. If not, Diana will be killed by Obai. In the same way, if they don't sell enough medications to meet Noma's quota, Diana looks to be the next target on the list for Obai to shoot if they don't relocate their weapons, followed by Grandma, and then Brayden's parents. Tariq and the rest of the crew have no choice. The gun trade will change. The Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3 Episode 4 promo hinted at a heated shootout between Lorenzo and the rest of the crew, so it now appears that this exchange will rapidly go in a different direction. But who is involved in the gun trade? We'll have to wait and see because Tariq and Brayden were depicted in the gunfight in the official season teaser. Who knows if that will appear in Episode 4. But things are about to get serious, particularly for Lorenzo. It won't be long before we witness Lorenzo's demise as he approaches the finish line. But who actually pulls the trigger is the question. Yet, I doubt that we will see that in Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3 Episode 4. Reignite makes mention to Tasha being the mastermind in Episode 3, and how he can be more intelligent and capable than Ghost. As much I may disagree, Ghost and Tommy never had to relocate any firearms. As a result, we'll witness something brand new. Everyone is aware of Tariq's ability to develop sophisticated systems for emigrating, both through Course Correct and currently in Wall Street with the aid of Brayden and Effie. Let's see how it handles the transportation of weapons. Who tipped Blanco Rodriguez out to the gun deal? Yet Tariq and crew will be pursued closely by the police. The evening gun deal upstate appears to have been leaked by Blanco Rodriguez. Jenny was likely as shocked as we are too. In the end, these boys are only youngsters, and I doubt anyone thought they'd be carrying weapons. Nonetheless, I do wonder how Blanco Rodriguez learned that there was a gun trade going on. Who offered her this advice? I believe there will be a significant decision with someone other than Cooper Sachs working on the cover because it must have come from somewhere. We all know that Jenny 101 is Cooper Sachs, but given Jenny's astonished expression, I'm not convinced Sachs provided this information, regardless of whether we discover who gave her this tip. Salim is one person we can't possibly trust. Diana's manipulation by Salim. In the third season of Power Book 2 Episode 4 Ghost trailer, Salim says to Diana as they are in bed together, maybe you want to reconsider your connection with your family, as seen in the video. He will therefore urge Diana to sever her relationship with the Tajanas. Salim is playing what kind of game, though? Everyone agrees that neither Salim nor Kane can be trusted. He was a man with a family, according to Google Diane. Salim is aware of Lorenzo's drug use in the past, his manslaughter, and how he got away with it. So did he actually know it, or was it something he already knew while working undercover? Returning to one of my previous arguments, I mentioned that Professor Harper claimed she especially selected this class, although Diana, Effie, Tariq, and Salim are currently enrolled in one class. I think Becca Weston sounds a little suspicious, too. Considering that they can't be good, let's see what Salim's game is. Diana and Monet work to mend their relationship. As Salim orders him to cut links with Tajadas, Monet visits Stansfield to attempt to patch things up. We all seem to sense that this connection is somewhat damaged as a result of Season 2's events. Diana receives some of Monet's criticism for Zeke's passing. As a result, when he visits her family early in Season 3, Diana feels on the outside looking in. She constructed this tribute for Zeke in Episode 1, but money didn't even look her in the eye. Monet will now require Diana more than ever despite being assigned to death duty. Detective Whitman isn't letting up. Outside the Tajadas, we see him dressed in Greg Knox style with his hood up, and she realizes that she needs to make a move that Whitman won't anticipate. She claims that Whitman will use all means necessary to frame her. But what precisely is she being accused of? As he stated in Episode 3, his evidence demonstrates that he is entirely correct in everything. This vehicle taking on a cam just outside your bar is registered to Rico Barnes, with man remarked to Monet. This truck will arrive at your pub in less than an hour on the same roadway. Indeed, Monet did murder DC Joe. In Season 2, she also murdered Rico and the croc contractor. Mecca and the deceased Guap are the only people off the list, information Davis accidentally learned. And that's why she wished to keep quiet. Monet was in a terrible situation at the time, and he knew she wouldn't be able to hold back very well. She appears to be consoling her in order to get assistance. Diana, would she inform on Monet? Said Monet, you know what? I need to see Diana. I had to set out the entire strategy to get rid of Detective Kevin Whitman. He poses a serious threat and will stop at nothing to eliminate me. Why then not visit Diana? Despite the fact that she is always enraged with Diana, she recognizes the worth of Diana's interpersonal skills. She knows Diana is capable of doing the task. We can see that in the last 2 seasons, especially when she is driven. What do you guys anticipate happening at this point? Diana tells Detective Kevin Whitman in the trailer that Monet sent her there so she could lie to him because she wants to speak with him. And then, is Diana attempting to sabotage her mother, or is this a part of the plan? Diana, as you are all aware, she has not been feeling Monet in that way. She has, however, been making an effort to atone for what happened to your boy, Freaky Geeky, this season because she felt horrible about it. Monet hasn't been treating her with respect, of course. She desires what she does in her deeds. So in the upcoming episode, we'll find out what your girl, Nasty Diana, will do. Although Diana doesn't appear to be preparing to do something foolish or to be defying her mother, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. She will,
Does it look like I'm asking you for permission? Look, I need to know how
Whitman. I just don't think Diana would treat her mother that way, despite the fact that it is in the description. Yet, given what happened to her the previous season, I can also hear snitching. Yet, we are aware that she did so only after Diana remarked, you know what, since you want to come, I'm dropping off all the bombs. But there were repercussions for their activities. What will happen next? What would Diana, your girl, do? Would she be a spy? Would she provide information to the witness? Or would she be the one to stand up for her family? The Tajada family is that. We will soon find out, I suppose. Diana, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.